absolutely no doubt that a lot of Nigerians, including international leaders, they acknowledge the commitment of the president, the vice president, and the ministers, and they're commended for that level of commitment. But let me take you in a direction similar but different. That is in the issue of a double-barrel question here now. The budget 2016, can we have a brief insight into where we are with this? And the second part of that double-barrel question is, we understand that 720 or 750 billion naira is about to be released as capital to be spent to help with reflating our economy. If that is the case, when do we expect to see this infused into the system in such a way that we actually feel that there is new money in the system?
Thank you very much. As of half year, we got only a little over about 55% of what we were expecting to get as of half year. And the situation now is slightly better, but not that much better. So consequently, our first call is, of course, personnel emoluments. So that is paid in full. That has to be. It's an obligation. Somebody works for you, he must be paid. That's the first charge. Overheads. We've not been able to meet our full listing of overheads. We've cut overheads. But we have tried to support capital as much as possible, because the idea of the 2016 budget was to reflate the economy. And therefore, we voted 30% for capital. And we concentrated that capital on infrastructure, on roads, on rail, and so on. We have had serious shortfalls there. And that is why we're trying to fast-track some of the loans that we're trying to get, international loans. We're hoping to get the ADB one this month. We're hoping to get the World Bank one soon. We're also doing a Eurobond. So it is the funding constraints that we've had. But in terms of our priorities, in the past, we used to release money quarterly for capital based on how much you have. So if the capital budget is 100 billion and we have 30, we give 30% across the board. We have stopped that. If what we have is 30 out of 100, we now have each MDA apply for that priority. We go through each one, and we see the ones that have the greatest impact on employment, the greatest impact on stimulating the economy, and we fund those ones first. And which is why we have given the largest amount has gone to the Minister of Power Works and Housing for roads. But unfortunately, the impact hasn't been felt as much. I was myself surprised, given the amount of money that we released, how come we didn't see the impact? The minister explained to me that for the last 3-4 years, we've not been paying our debts. So we accumulated huge amounts of debts. Consequently, he's trying to work out something whereby he tells the contractor, okay, you use a third for what we're owing, maybe use 2/3. He's trying to work out arrangements. But these huge accumulated debts in every area, huge accumulated debts in cash calls, $6 billion, not paid, that we accumulated. So consequently, unfortunately, the ministers are trying to see how best they can manage to persuade contractors to use most of the money that they're getting, for current projects, as opposed to going to settle back debts. So this is really the reality on the ground.
And how much does Nigeria owe right now?
Well, how much Nigeria as a country?
Owes, yes.
No, you have, what I'm talking about is that you have different, in different ministries.
I know, but overall, how much is Nigeria's debt?
I couldn't give you the exact figure, but I can get back to you on
But you're
that.
the Minister of the Budget.
Sorry?
You're a Minister of the Budget. So tell us, how much does Nigeria
No.
owe?
I can tell you the fiscal deficit. I can tell you the fiscal deficit. But until everybody, all the various ministers, we have a committee that is looking at all the debts. Okay. In the 2016 budget, the fiscal deficit was 2.2 trillion. However, in terms of the overall amount of debt, we have a committee because some of those debts may end up not being, can't be supported. So we're looking at contractor debts. We have a committee that's analyzing all these debts. And as soon as they finish, we will publish the figure.
Okay.